Hey everybody, welcome to another special edition post-Black Friday unboxing on my channel. And as you can see today, we got something pretty massive, so big, I can't even fit it all in this camera frame, which the camera is really high up, so we're gonna have to go in for close-ups here in just a second. But I bought a brand new PlayStation VR bundle. Yes, I have VR, but I have the original VR, and there are some changes to this I really wanted to check out, and I got other reasons that I'm not going to talk about right now, things we're planning for next year on the channel. But it does come with a couple of cool games. One I'm really excited to play, and the other looks pretty cool too, plus updated Move controllers and all that. So I will try to pull out my other headset and Move controllers and compare those near the end of this video. But I thought we would just have a little bit of fun trying to do this unboxing here today. So please bear with me while I try to figure all of this out in terms of how to actually open this in a way you can see it. Let's see if I can turn this around so you can see the back here fairly proper. Yeah, you can almost see all of it, but I think you get the gist, the important part right there. There's just no way I'm gonna be able to do this right. There you go, you can kind of see the important part on that side, and the important part on this side if I don't knock stuff over. Now the nice thing about this is an incredible price point that we got it for on Black Friday the whole week, and it might still be that price point if you want to go looking. There are two different bundles. This is the fancier bundle with the Move controllers, and normally $350, but $250 for the headset, the Move controllers, a camera, and two awesome games. That is a steal. The other one does not have the Move controller, and it's $200, and it comes with two other awesome games, so that's really great too. So if you have a PlayStation and you're curious about VR, this is a no-brainer. It might not be the best VR on the market, but I mean, if you don't want to have to build a $1,000 PC or something to make it work, granted, you could probably do it for less, but still, I'm just saying, this is probably the easiest and best entry into VR on the market, at least as far as my opinion goes. And like I said, we have played with it. We have this great video of Mike doing the shark encounter and really freaking out. And we're gonna start doing a lot more VR coming to the channel next year. And I'm just excited, man. I'm excited to get back into it because when I got into it, it was a lot of experiences and not a lot of games. So I kind of lost interest in it, you know, I was just doing other things. But now there are a lot of spectacular actual games you can go play, full-on shooters and space dogfights and, you know, even platformers and stuff that I really want to check out. But let's check out what's in the box. Oh, that's pretty heavy. So I'm thinking this is gonna be the headset and some other stuff. We're gonna set it to the side. At least we'll be able to break this down into smaller boxes to deal with. So maybe we can actually get the camera down a little lower where I can see what I'm doing. Because also, if I'm a little off in how I'm showing things, it's because literally the camera is so high, I cannot even really see it. So good. All right, let's do that. Let's adjust. Okay, so this is a little bit better. It's still a little tall, but I can actually see what I'm doing. I hope that's gonna stay stationary for a minute. All right, so let's get into the smaller box here, which should be, yes. Oh, cool, you get the demo disc, so you get a whole bunch of, oh, this is an updated demo disc too. Yeah, 2.0, because it has moss on there, which I really wanna try. So that's great. We already get, oh, sweet. There's some physical stuff going on here. So the demo disc, of course, is physical, which is nice. And this looks to be one that has a bunch of demos where you don't need the Move controllers. But that's really nice. We get our digital code of Superhot, which I'm very excited to play. And well, I can show you the back, but let's see. I'm sure I've downloaded my code by now, but just in case, I'm gonna keep that hidden because that's my game. You got your limited warranties. And you got Creed Rise to Glory, and it's a physical game. That's really cool. Not sure why, I guess, I don't think Superhot, maybe Superhot didn't get a physical release. That's possible. Very cool. I'm not even a boxing guy. I haven't even seen Creed. I want to, but I think that's gonna be fun. So then we're gonna get our stand for the camera. I do like these. This looks like your standard stand. You got all kinds of options here for how you want to bend it around and stuff. I do wish they would just go ahead and put a tripod mount screw in there though, because again, with the VR, you don't even really need a TV. So you could set it up anywhere and you throw this on a tripod, then you're kind of unlimited possibilities of where you can film yourself or do it. You get a screen cleaning cloth, or not a screen cleaning, but a viewer cleaning, I guess, which you're gonna wanna do on occasion. And be careful, make sure you only use the right materials to do it. You don't wanna mess up your stuff. So then we got our manuals, which, you know, I think this might just be warranty stuff. A little bit of manual, a little bit of how to charge. It's just, come on, it doesn't need to be that big. So there's that in case you've lost yours and want to see one, don't feel like Googling. And then you just got another languages on the back maybe? Or is that, what did I show? No? Same thing on the back? Looks like it. But that information's out there if you want to find it, or maybe you can get it by pausing. And then of course you've got the camera stuff here. I know this isn't the most exciting stuff. We're getting there. We're getting there. That just kind of gives you some ideas of how you can hook your camera up and all that kind of stuff. And you are going to want to set this up properly. The better calibration you do initially, the better experience you're going to have with the VR. And I'll try to link to some videos in the iCards and in the description below. There's a guy, PSVR Frank. He's my favorite VR guy on YouTube, and I highly recommend checking out his channel. But he has some great videos for getting the most out of your calibration. Which is one of those things that once you do it, you shouldn't really have to do it again. You might want to do it every year or so just to make sure. Now we got another PlayStation camera. This is your basic PlayStation camera. Once you put it on this thing, it starts looking like Johnny 5 is alive, which I've always appreciated. You get a decent cable length. You can find cable extenders, though you can only extend so far before it's going to have lag issues, and you don't really want that. But again, since you don't need a TV with the VR, you should theoretically be able to move that wherever you need it to go. And now we got the Move controllers, which is nice. The games with the Move controllers feel so good, like shooting games and stuff when you start double fisting guns, or what is it? The one that's on the PlayStation Worlds, the London Heist, I think is what it is. It's so much fun because like you got your gun here and you actually have to like do this to like load a clip in and everything. It just feels really cool. All right, let's take a closer look at those, and then we'll get into the main event over there before I bump it off this very precariously placed stack of boxes. And then I'll go grab my other stuff and we'll compare. Yeah, I mean, from memory, again, I haven't really played with my VR in close to a year. So from memory, this feels pretty similar, maybe a slightly bit better of a build. And of course you want your wrist straps. You always want to have your wrist straps on with these because you don't want to send things flying. And especially if you're going to be playing any kind of horror game, you're gonna have your moments. Plus, if you just want to drop it so you can scratch your nose, that's important too. So you got your PlayStation button, you got your main enter button, and then of course your square, triangle, circle, X. You got a trigger down here, select and start. And you're gonna wanna memorize where those go. There's no reason for me to open this one just yet. But yeah, so, all right, let's move on over to the actual headset. If I can find some room for some stuff here. Set something in the floor maybe. And now we get into the big boy. My precious. All right, let's slide off this plastic thing. I kind of feel like the original version was packaged a little neater though. I mean, there's nothing, nope, never mind, I'm speaking too soon. This is what I'm remembering. So when you open it like this, you get this nice big old manual that shows you everything in there and how to connect everything. The new headphone thing has me curious. That's one of the new changes. Try to do this quickly so you can see everything. Whoop, that doesn't help in the pausing if the camera's shaking like crazy. Sorry, just when I unbox massive things like this, it gets a little bit tricky. Also tricky to rock a rhyme. To rock a rhyme that's right on time, it's tricky. I am hilarious, and that's why you guys watch me. All right, we should almost be there. Again, setup for these things, super easy. I mean, in terms of plugging in and getting going, but you do want to take some time to really properly calibrate, which involves like measuring the distance between your eyes and stuff like that. I mean, it's not something you have to do. I'm just saying, like I said, watch those videos. It's pretty cool what you can learn, and it should improve your experience. You can play these on a basic PlayStation Slim. However, it is recommended that you have a Pro. You'll get more out of it if you get a PlayStation Pro. You get more out of things just in general with the PS Pro, I think. I do prefer it, honestly. So there's your manual. La, 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 la. And this flips up to have a whole bunch of fun accessories in here. We got this. I don't want to go through all of this. This should be online. You can find it. This is a pretty substantial manual in a few different languages. So if you really need to get more details, but I'm not gonna sit here and go through 20, 30 pages for you guys. We got a power brick. I'm gonna unpack all this and we'll look at it. We got a USB connector. Looks like maybe that's for charging? No, I'm not exactly sure what that connector is for. We got the actual AC power cord. We have an HDMI cable because you're gonna need, you're gonna need some. We have the breakout box, which definitely is smaller and probably better than it was in the past. We'll look at that again in a minute. And you got these included earbuds. I'm just not a fan of earbuds. Although I like how that's built, honestly, so that's cool. And we can move this box out of the way. Ooh, yeah. And here comes the pretty. We will unbag it in a moment. Let's see if there's anything else under there. There is not. So let's just get this out of the way. Move! Get out the way! There we go. All right, let's look at the heads. Nope, you know what? Nope, sorry, we gotta do this right. Let's save the best for last. I know, that's killing some of you. But you're gonna have to let me know if you're getting one of these for Christmas. We're gonna start up some communities on my channel too, so we can play with all you guys. So I like how that plugs in like that and then wraps around. So it does help with no cord mess, but I just set up a wireless headphone, so we'll try using that. And that'll connect in. This is definitely one of the changes they have made, and you get extra little, I don't know what you call those things. Ear bumper size changers, I don't know. So here's the breakout box with the HDMI slots there. And then you got your HDMI to your TV from your PlayStation. Still not exactly sure what we're hooking in there. And then we got power. So I'm curious what gets hooked in there. I'm sure it's in the manual somewhere. I also do really enjoy the fact that they number the materials, which helps for instructions if you're not someone that follows them very easily. You get a pretty good size, maybe 5-6 foot HDMI cable. And then, yeah, here's part number 2, which I guess I'll look in the manual here in a second to see what I'm exactly hooking into that. Because, you know, the headset is not wireless, so you don't want to charge it. Also, hang on, there's something missing. Is something missing? No, that's right, it's in here. Never mind. Whew. And just a basic power brick. Looks like a decent amount of space to work on. You already saw the AC thing. Okay, now let's get to the really pretty part, and then we'll do a bit of comparing. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Nice. All right. So yeah, so here's the bigger part. So yeah, okay, so now you have this. This is, I can already tell right here, this is not as big as it used to be or cumbersome either, so that's really good. Although you're gonna wanna make sure you take good care of your cables. I hear PlayStation will replace a lot of stuff, like if you have pets that chew on things or whatever, but we'll see. All right, so from what I can tell, yeah, we got some buttons up here. They've moved some buttons around. That is hardwired, but you do have a 3.5 millimeter jack for plugging in whatever headphones you want. Adjustment straps. We got lights in the back. Did the old one have lights in the back? I'm gonna go grab it in a minute, we'll find out. But yeah, that's pretty, man. And you're gonna wanna make sure that this is flat with your face. The band should be kind of angled on your head. And from memory, these are very, very comfortable. But let me go grab the other stuff and let's do a little comparing. Okay, I also did a little bit of learning while we were gone. Let's see, where was the USB cable? That USB cable that I was confused by, apparently this is actually what's going to power the converter, whatever box. That's what it's gonna give you. No, that has power. Again, I don't know why you have to hook up a USB, which is also interesting because where are they? The Move controllers, you know, you wanna charge a Move controller, so I guess maybe it's more of a charging cable, but it also looks like you gotta hook it in, so that's kind of weird. It seems like maybe there should have been 2 of these, because according to the instructions, you do have to plug this in for your brick unit to work. Now, real quick, here are the differences. Not a lot there. This button definitely is more out, whereas this is, you know, a little bit harder. I mean, not really a big, tremendous difference there, but you can tell it's a little bit different. No more clear plastic going on there. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that to turn it on. That button's a little bit harder to miss accidentally press. Those all feel the same. Everything else feels pretty much the same. Biggest difference is the charging on the bottom. Going from a micro USB, or from one type of USB to another type of USB. That's not C though, is it? I don't know, micro C? I am an expert. I lie, I'm not. Okay, quick side note, the new Move controllers, now that plug it's the same thing you would have for a PlayStation 4 controller, so I guess that makes it a little bit more compatible. All right, so like I said, not a tremendous difference there, except that may make a difference if you have charging bases or something like that. Since I've not bought a charging base for Move controllers, I'm not 100% sure. Now, another big difference you're gonna see is in the breakout box. There's a big size difference going on here. definitely hooks together differently than it used to too, because you had to do this whole thing and then plug in your two things and do that. It's like a safety protection so you don't yank it out accidentally, but definitely a big old size difference there. So that's pretty nice. They're way about the same, but this is definitely put together better. Now for the headset, first thing we're gonna notice, the cable on the new one is substantially longer than the cable on the old one. So that's really good. You can get a little bit more distance going on. Now, I know a lot of people hate this, but I actually like this. I'm going to miss this, that we had a dongle for your volume controls and power controls and even muting your microphone. And you could just plug in any kind of headset right in there. But I get why they did that. So, okay, fair enough. Now, as far as the actual headsets go, they mostly look the same. The banding and everything is pretty much the same. Lights on the back. But where we're going to start getting some differences is under these controls. You see now the old one, you use this button to slide this in and out, and I believe they've moved that up to the top on the new one. You'll also see this has more buttons that this one doesn't have, because since this had the dongle for volume and everything, they've now moved that up here. And you do still have a mic mute and power, or volume up, volume down. And is the whole thing the power button? Oh no, there's the power button right there. But other than that, it's pretty much the same thing. Everything, it weighs about the same. No big differences there. You're not getting a performance boost or anything out of the newer one. It's just some ergonomic design that has changed. But it's awesome that we can do multiple PlayStation VR now. We can do a couple of two-player VR things or something if we want. So maybe something like that will be happening in the future. But there you go. I'm sure I missed some things. I'm sure some of y'all are like, oh, this idiot, he doesn't know anything. It's like, yeah, I told you, I'm learning. So feel free to educate me on anything I got wrong, particularly this USB cable issue, because that's weird that I have to use that cable to hook up the breakout box and not get a charging cable. I don't know what the deal with that is, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've missed something, because, you know, I'm opening a lot of stuff today. But let me know what you know, and let me know what you think, and definitely tell me if you got one, because we're going to be setting up some communities. We're going to set up one for Drunken Movie Night. We're going to set up one for my channel. And you guys can get in on that. Maybe we'll start playing some games together, VR or otherwise. Other than that, though, comment, click the thumbs up button, give me the good old thumb of encouragement, as I could use some encouragement, because I do love it. And I guess I'm going to get out of here, disappear into some worlds, and go open up some more stuff. And I'll see you all later.